Hi everybody, thank you very much for tuning upon this channel Cosmic Intelligent. Today we've got a guest who has decided to come and join us. I would like our guest to introduce himself and tell us who he is so that you can know him even better. My friend.
Yes, hi.
Yes.
And good afternoon, everybody. My name is Msajero. I'm Mbonambi, who is a radio personality with Durban-based community radio station called Msajero.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, Msajero, it is not usual, but it does happen.
Yeah.
To find someone who was born a Gemini, because right now we're still in the middle of, you are about to finish this month of Gemini. To find someone who is a Gemini, the sign which is a communicating sign, and also involved or participate or doing the job that puts him right at the center of communication, as you just said. You are a media personality, so to say, the celebrity. Now, tell us, how did you find yourself in becoming this, in finding this profession and this career that you are in? Was it a struggle? Was it something that hard to find, or maybe it was just like a lucky punch?
I can say it was a bit of both, the struggle, and it was easy at the same time.
Wow.
Because my father wanted me to become a media person. He wanted me to become a journalist.
Oh, okay. He wasn't wrong after all. I think your father had this thing within himself, which means he was like he had an intuition about his son. Okay.
But what happened is, as I grew older at school, towards the twilight of my high school education, I was doing Bible studies.
Oh, okay.
Then it was born in me that it's not the Bible that I want to know about, or I don't want to become a priest. Then I decided to change. Then I did what one can call a self-introspection. Msajero, I asked myself, Msajero, what is it that you want to do in life? Then I discovered that it's radio that I want to do, but not the journalist part.
Wow.
The journalism part, I mean. I wanted to become the broadcaster, the DJ, the presenter.
Wow.
Yes. Then I changed from Bible studies to speech and drama. In the middle of the year, when I was doing grade 11.
Okay.
Yes.
So I can shortly say you are a kind of a person, you are a people's person. You and communication, you and people, it is something very important to you, right?
Very important. Because if I make a friendship with someone, it's not just something that is going to last for a short period of time. I keep friends for a very long time.
Wow.
Even today I have friends that I went to school with in the primary education and in the higher primary education and in high school as well. I have kept most of those people as my friend. Wherever I've been, I think I've already finished 22 years after school, but I still have friends from school. I still have friends from my very first job.
Wow. That is amazing, because that is very important key point that you just highlighted. Why I'm saying that. Generally, the Geminis or the Gemini sun sign people who are born under this sign, they are very changeable. They are quick to meet a person. Usually the friendship sometimes become a very superficial kind of friendship. But with you, we find it to be something different, as you just confirmed. Now, by looking at your chart, your astrological chart, I also noticed that there is something that confirms what you just said about a friendship, maintaining the lasting friendship with people.
Yeah.
Now, this thing, astrologically speaking, it is called ascendant or the rising sign. Now, your birth chart indicates that you are a Taurus rising, meaning the bull is the sun sign of a Taurus, the Taurus rising sign. Now, a Taurus rising sign is a very fixed sun sign. Well, also that also include stubbornness. I do not know whether you are stubborn. Are you stubborn?
I am.
So, which means you've confirmed your natal chart as is.
Yeah.
And another thing that also highlight very well in your birth chart is that you are very much into details. You are a person who takes care of small details. Tell us how important is that to you?
Yeah, it depends what kind of details you're talking about. Because if maybe I tell you that I've met someone today, then you ask me, what were they wearing? I can't tell you, because what I know is I saw that particular person, or I saw so and so. If he was not wearing at all, or he was wearing a jacket or not wearing anything, it doesn't matter to me. But I saw him or I saw them.
I understand.
Yeah.
Then one thing that I remember very well about you, you come from humble beginnings.
Yes.
Life, sometimes it is composed of challenges,
Yes.
made up of challenges, struggles. And generally speaking, the people who are born under this sun sign, especially with the rising sign of a Taurus, they usually go through certain things in life, but it does not last that long until they rise into the position of prominence. With you, was it like that? Or maybe it was, you had an easy walk kind of life? Everything was brought on a silver platter, or maybe you sweat? Maybe highlight it for us, because the reason why I'm asking that question, there might be somebody who is a Gemini, who want to be or to achieve what you have achieved. But right now, maybe they're still facing or going through some struggle. Tell us how your life was like.
It wasn't easy, my man. What I can say, maybe my father had an immense contribution into molding me to what I am today. Because he taught me that not everything will be easy in life. Yes. As I was surfing the life, growing up, things were not easy, and sometimes I would go to bed without having eaten anything because of the situation back then at home. But I survived all that because in Zulu they say alikho ithuna lendlala.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I would wake up and go to school without having eaten as well. Yes. That situation stuck with us for a very long time. Until my father passed away, then we had to move from one place to another after having lost my father in search of greener pasture. At the same time, I was still very much interested into radio. Then a chance came, presented itself. Exactly. Then I took it with both hands.
Wow.
Yes, that's where things started to turn around for me. Even on radio as well, things were not easy. But the reason I say things started to turn around for me when I entered into radio, it's because it's something that I have always wanted to do. So I had that spiritual emancipation that finally I'm on radio.
Right.
But I was not making money. It was fulfilling that I'm on radio right now.
Meaning to say, you find your passion, you find your purpose.
Yes.
But still, as far as
I had no idea how to navigate
from then onwards, or
yes.
using
the very same platform to
this
make
very
ends meet.
exactly.
Yes,
That's what I'm trying to say. But as you're confirmably saying that, rightly saying that, you grabbed the opportunity that came.
Yes.
I remember at a certain point in time when we had a reading, a natal reading.
Yeah.
Then I noticed something in your chart. Then I said, no man, I do not know whether I'm doing something wrong as I'm studying your chart or what, but I would really have to see you. Then we met and then we discussed this thing. And I remember so well when I was discussing it, you look at me and then you laugh, and then probably you were thinking, this man is mad. This man is just thumb-sucking information. He's crazy. For you, how did that message, because I know it resonated with you. You didn't dispute it. You listened so attentively until I finished. But to you, what the natal chart presented or said, could you say
You
that?
see, to me, this thing was relatively new.
Yeah, right.
So then I look at this guy, then I say, hey, this thing is for whites, man.
Right.
I don't conform into this thing. But as I listened to you going deeper and deeper, dishing out information with this thing, then I realized that no, everybody wants this thing. Everybody really has to have his or her chart studied. Yes. And I remember in one of the days in the early stages of the show that I told you that at home it was worrying me that I was the only one who was not good at mathematics. And I even told myself that maybe I was not born in this family. Yeah, just because of that.
Wow.
Yeah. But when you did my chart, then I figured out why I lagged when it comes to numbers. Because I hate numbers. Even today I hate numbers.
But numbers are what make us who we are.
Yeah, no.
Numbers do not lie.
Yeah.
Numbers are carrying a certain message about ourselves. Our
As I
destiny.
say, I still hate numbers even today because there are people who are doing other professions out there. So in as far as that is concerned, I just rely on other people to help me with figures. Like the accountants, I go to them if I want to do my financials.
Absolutely. We need the accountants
Yes.
terminology.
Yeah.
No, I get you very well.
Yeah.
Now I understand that now there is one thing that I said, probably back then it was like a joke. I said the line, I'm still maintaining that till today, that your chart said you're going to live very comfortably, financially speaking. And that day when we were talking, you probably laughed like the way you are laughing now, because it was not like this man is speaking the truth, this man is telling something that will happen, but I knew with certainty that this guy is going to crack it in life. Not very
I remember very well when you said that.
Not very long. And then eventually,
we met in 2013.
Yeah, I think so, yes. I remember
2012 or 2013.
Somewhere there, because I remember back then I was still doing the show.
Then my breakthrough on radio was in 2008.
Oh, yes.
But still in 2013 or 2012, my life was still miserable. Yes.
But now, it is, I'm sure now the situation is much better. You have achieved quite a lot.
Yes.
Many people would like to be like you are, achieve the things that you've achieved. You have changed houses like we are, and moving from one house to another house. Then even what you were driving then, or driving, I'm sure it has changed again. You even got married recently.
Congratulations, by the way.
and I'm still going to pay a visit to you, with you and the bride, and just to congratulate you guys for the achievement that you have achieved. So, in closing now, from now on, what is it that you aspire? What is it that you are envisioning to and planning to achieve? What is the next goal? Because generally, you know, I understand Geminis, they usually have different ideas and plans, not one, not two, quite a number. Sometimes they want to tackle all of them at once. How about you? Do you have anything and goals that you still want to achieve?
I'm still going to be resilient because I want to achieve more.
Right.
I want to leave a legacy when I'm gone one day.
Right.
I want to leave my kids with something to live for and to live with. Yes. And I want to plow it to them. That they must take care of this thing because it will take care of their future as well.
That is amazing.
Yes.
While you're still talking about that, what about the community? What about, yes, I understand that you are, of course, at the center of the community and doing something or doing some work with the, as far as the community is concerned. Do you want to, is there anything in the pipeline that you are busy with to give back to the community on top of radio?
No, so far I haven't figured out what is it that I want to give back, but in the deepest of my heart, I will give out something when time is right, when I've achieved more.
I'm sure somebody out there, a young person who is trying something, you said it is on record, they will hold you dearly on what you just said. But as a person, as a people's
But first,
person,
I gotta be first convinced.
that is clear, it's loud and clear. And I also know that you, I've seen some pictures, you and your wife now. You have traveled the world.
Yes, of course.
Would you like to tell us about that? Because, well, a Gemini is a traveler, is a born traveler, not only mentally, but also even physically. Sometimes a Gemini will just go for the sake of going, because there is this thing about traveling. There is this thing, hence it is a sign of communication. It is important to move from one place to the other for the sake of communicating the idea, communicating or learning different people, learning different. How many countries have you traveled so far? I think I've lost count.
I think about 9.
You are quite an inspiration, and I'm sure many people would like to follow your footsteps. And probably there is one thing that you can teach us and help us with, probably like the pearls of wisdom from the Gemini, because you are a Gemini, not only just a Gemini, but you are a Gemini that thinks like a Gemini. What is the words of wisdom can you leave us with to take us further, even though we are living in hard times, because the times that we are living now are not as easy as they were like the past times. Like as the president
What I can
said,
say is remember where you have been, to understand how you got where you are, and to also know how to navigate towards the future. That's very important.
Right.
Yes.
No, thank you very much, Mr. Mbonambi. Msajero,
The icebreaker himself.
The icebreaker himself.
The black Italian.
The black Italian, oh, you name it.
The black Pope.
Or the black Pope. Yes. Thank you so much for allowing and giving us your time and sharing with us your life and where you come from and where you are now. And
thanks so much for the invite, man. I highly appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was our guest today, and we are looking forward to be taking another guest. And if you would like to be part of this platform, you can send us an email and date of birth and the likes, and then we'll communicate with you. And don't forget to subscribe on our channel, like our channel, and we'll take it up from there. Thank you so much for watching us. Just stay tuned to our next episode. Thank you.